One of the biggest motivators for manifesting is validation. It's for you to feel worthy, for you to feel validated that you're important, that you're worthy of whatever it is you desire, whether it be career, a YouTube following, money, love. A lot of the times we're chasing something so that it can give us this feeling of validation. And validation comes from your ego. Your ego always wants to feel safe and protected. And validation makes us feel safe and protected. You know, back in the day when we were cavemen, we needed to fit into society to survive. So it's a survival mechanism. So your ego craves this validation to protect you so that you can survive. And we all have this need for validation. Whether you want to admit it or not, it is there. And I've discovered this need for validation extremely in my YouTube and TikTok. I just started a TikTok if you want to check it out. But the need for validation in social media in general is huge. We want people to like us. So on social media, we want to get likes, we want to get comments, we want to get follows. Validation is something we will always be chasing until we validate ourselves. Validating yourself, it's a difficult thing to do because a lot of this comes from your childhood. You know, your subconscious mind was programmed in childhood, and that's where you learn your worth in this world. And you really only have two places that you go as a child: your home, your family, and school. So we're always looking to fit in at home, feel heard, feel seen, feel loved, feel like you're getting enough attention. And then there's the whole classroom school scenario. So you want to feel heard at school. You want to feel popular, liked. You want to have friends. You want to fit in. It's all about fitting in and feeling valued in this world and in society. A lot of the times we carry that deep need for validation and to be liked into adulthood. And these people who didn't get it as a child, they'll need it even more. They'll crave it. They'll need it to feel whole. And so for me growing up, I was one of 5 kids, and the need for validation was strong. I did not feel heard in my family. My voice was ignored. You know, if I spoke up, no one even heard me. It was a loud, big family. You know, when I was young, I was very shy. I don't think I really knew how to make friends. And so I also felt not heard at school, not validated, not seen. And so my whole life had become this chase of validation. Am I worthy? Am I good enough? And validation as you grow up can look like you're always seeking advice, seeking approval. You're people pleasing. You're seeking constant approval all the time because inside it feels empty. Inside you don't feel good enough. And what you can learn to do with time is to validate yourself, to feel whole, to love yourself so much. And it's such a full feeling that you don't need the external world to validate you. And turning off the need for validation is so hard because, like I said, it's a survival instinct. Your ego needs it to feel worthy. We think we need it to live, to survive. And so we're going to always seek it. We want to make sure we fit in this world. Do people like me? Do they want to be around me? Am I good enough? And what you'll find is that you're always needing. It's like a one-way street. I need from you. I need from this person. I need from my career. I need from my followers. I need from social media. I need to make me feel good. And so you're always pulling. And because you're always pulling from the outside world to fill your own cup, you forget, or maybe you don't even know how, or because you never have, but you don't know how to fill up your own cup. It's such a freeing, loving thing to start filling up your self-worth and not needing validation. Because then you are coming from a pure place. You're coming from a place of pure just wanting to give the world. Like if you're on social media, my YouTube channel, for instance, if I was on here just needing validation, I'm not really coming from a pure place of wanting to help you, to wanting to help my audience grow or learn something from this video. I'm coming from a place of, do you like me? Am I good enough? Am I pretty enough? Will you validate me? Okay, so the first step in you stopping the need for validation is awareness. It's being aware. Like if you're on social media and you're checking it constantly to see how many likes you've had, which I have absolutely done and still sometimes do. I am not perfect. But what you want to do is catch yourself and say, why am I checking this? What is getting more likes going to give me? What am I getting out of checking this? Am I going to feel worthy if I get 50 likes? If I get 100 likes? Do I need more to feel more worthy? Is it never enough? You can ask yourself, can I give this to myself? Or if you're seeking approval from someone else, you want someone else to like you, stop and ask yourself, why am I waiting for this person to text me? What is them texting me and telling them they like me going to give me? Is it going to make me feel worthy all of a sudden? Or am I going to be chasing this endless loop of needing them to validate me forever? And something else you can do is to keep a journal or just a notepad or a note on your phone of these patterns. What is it you're continually doing? Is it people pleasing? Is it seeking validation through social media? Is it seeking comments that people tell you you're good enough, pretty enough, being seen, needing validation from your parents still? What pattern do you keep repeating? And then why? Why are you asking for their approval? Why do you need validation from them? What do you really think you're going to get from it? And when is it enough? One thing that has helped me tremendously is to get off social media. Now, I know you're on social media watching this, but that's different because you're learning something. But if you're just scrolling mindlessly through TikTok or Instagram and you're comparing yourself all day long, that's just reiterating the fact that you don't feel good enough. And then you're constantly looking at how you measure up to other people. Do something else with your time besides scrolling and comparing, because that is a sickness that will just make you need more and more validation, because it's never going to feel like you're good enough. This person's prettier than me. This person has more money than me. This person has more followers than me. It just becomes this endless cycle of comparing yourself. So don't beat yourself up for needing validation. It's a human instinct. It comes from the ego to protect and to survive. It is totally normal. We all do it. We all do it to certain levels and degrees. And it's really hard to get rid of. But if you can work on becoming aware of it, pausing, reflecting, asking, why am I needing this? Can I give this to myself? What's something else I could do with my time? You will eventually stop needing the external feeding your soul, feeding your worth all the time. Maybe it's just less, and eventually maybe you stop altogether. Props to you, because that is hard to do. But if you can stop needing that pull of energy and love and validation from other people and environments and feed it to yourself, then you will finally start to feel worthy and be more authentic in this world. You'll be able to give instead of taking all the time. So I hope this video was helpful and that you can see where maybe you're seeking validation in your everyday life. Pause, stop that pattern, break the cycle, and start feeding your soul with love. And I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video.